Yizzo, it's your boy G.Warr. Shout out IAA community, the plug. Shout out industryallaccess.com. And shout out my guy Leaf the plug. Get connected, you dig? Music has been in my life since I could talk. Hip hop in general, R&B and hip hop. But hip hop has been that main source of calmness for me. My sense of therapy was helped me cope with life ever since a young kid. First album ever bought I was so proud of myself when I got to really buy my first album. It was Mace Harlem World, and ever since then it's been more albums and more music and wanting more of hip hop, and so much so I tried my hand at it. Constantly listening to rappers rap, and I'm listening to them and I'm just like, I could do this better than they can, or I would have phrased this better this way, or it'd sound better this way, and I started writing. And immediately when I started writing, I could feel that this is something I was really good at. It was too easy to me. And the first time I ever really felt like I could really do this was in 5th grade when I wrote a rhyme, and one of my teachers actually read it in my notebook. I guess she must have thought it was homework or something. And she read it and she told me it was really good and to keep going. And to hear that from somebody who at that point in time as a young kid, I didn't really think it was from the hip hop culture, to hear her say that meant a lot. And I knew that with that, this was a talent I could touch people with. My musical influence are kind of all over the place, from R&B to hip hop, but just in general for hip hop, it's like Jay-Z, Fabulous, Pusha T. But the two biggest influences to my music, I would have to say, which is a weird contrast, would be Biggie Smalls and Drake. Sounds weird, but Biggie was the first rapper that I ever listened to, and I didn't feel like he should have phrased this that way, or he should have put this that way. Everything was flawless to me, and it almost felt like that was me rapping, and I connected with it immediately. And with Drake actually helped me bring out my vocal ability. Before Drake, it wasn't necessarily cool for a rapper to be singing. And when he actually started doing it, he did it with such like pizzazz and awesomeness that it was just dope. And it actually inspired me to actually start utilizing my vocal ability. So, and ever since then, I've been singing and rapping and putting it all together, making it melodic and beautiful. People normally ask me, how do I describe my music? And as weird as it sounds, the best way I can describe it is, if Biggie and Drake had a baby, it would be G.Warr. That's what my music sounds like. It's too harder to be compared to Drake, and it's a little bit softer to be exactly compared to Biggie. So that's the best way I can describe my sound. The image my music conveys is not of a hood guy, but a guy that's from the hood. Someone who understands the ignorance of his environment and is trying to overcome it the best way he knows how and make the best decisions he can. So all those people that made it out the struggle, that actually made it to be somebody, that's what my music conveys. When you think about somebody like LeBron James or Jay-Z or anybody who made it out of nothing, that's what my music conveys. What inspires me the most is just classic music. Those classic albums that just never get old, like Reasonable Doubt or Doggy Style or The Documentary, The Chronic, Forest Hills Drive, Good Kid, Mad City. It's those classic albums that move and sway everyone that listens to it. Those albums that bring out concerts with people just jumping up and down, and they know the word for word, everything from every track on that album. That's what moves me and inspires me to write music. I want to make a classic, not just one. I want to make countless classics. I want something that's going to live through the ages. What I'm going to bring to the music industry is just something that's not heard, you know? All the sounds that have been great, Jay-Z, Drake, Biggie, Tupac, before them, if you asked them what was their sound or what they're bringing to the game, they couldn't tell you what they're bringing to the game because there was no one to compare to them. They're new. There's something you haven't heard, and that's what G.Warr is. It's something new. It's a different sound. I'm gonna bring just a lot of greatness. What I'm gonna bring to the music industry is just originality, something new. G.Warr. every great artist that's been great couldn't tell you what they was gonna bring to the industry because they couldn't really compare it to anyone else. It was just them. What I'm gonna bring is a mix of Philadelphia and greatness, just classics. That's what I'm gonna bring to the table. Some new classics. What makes me different from other artists is my talent level. This isn't a talent for me. This is something I'm blessed to do. As far as being able to write and rap and sing, not a lot of people can rap and sing and make it actually sound like something. Some people can rap, some people can sing, some people can do a little bit of producing, but not to the level that I can do it. This is actually a blessing for me. This isn't a talent. My past projects and achievements have been all mixtapes from, I did countless mixtapes from Listen to Die to October 14th, just doing countless mixtapes and learning the process of actually making a project, something that's classic and timeless, and just learning from the DJs, DJ Alamo, the Mouth G's, and the people I've worked with who've actually instilled knowledge on me to actually get me to the point where I feel like I can make a classic project, a classic album, and that's what I'm working on right now. My first single, which is a classic, great song right now. That's My Baby. Just shot a video for it. It's great, and I can see the progress, and it's coming. My biggest break or in progress so far, I feel as though was when I first met the renowned producer Dilemma, who worked for the famous Sigma Sound Studios here in Philadelphia. He was putting together some contests, and I won it countless times. And that allowed me to actually meet a couple of industry executives and talk to a couple different people just to help me understand the game a little bit more. And I got my face out there a little bit more. So that was definitely something that propelled me forward, and it was a learning experience. I'm currently working on my new EP, The Reintroduction. It's going to feature like 5 to 7 tracks on it for the EP. Still pushing my single, Super Bowl. Check that out, Crazy. Still pushing my single, That's My Baby. Check that out, Crazy. Got a new single coming out called Back to Life, featuring my girl Liz Simone. That's crazy too. Make sure y'all check that out. I might put this little snippet in here. Signing out, it's the boy G.Warr. Thank y'all for listening to me. Make sure y'all go check out my music on iTunes, Spotify, wherever the major platforms is at. G.Warr. That's My Baby, Super Bowl, Back to Life coming soon. 1.